As you guys can see, I got a new streaming setup. It all started when I hooked up a ex-Blizzard developer with another person looking for good developers. And as a finder fee, they gave me an RTX 390 card, which allows the thing that you can see behind. It's not a green screen. It's all within the software of the video card, and it enables me to do things like that. Unfortunately, it's still in the beta phases. There's a lot of kinks. As you can see, there's 4K graphics behind me, but you also get pixelation and you get some shadow jutsu coming from my fingers. So I'm just doing this video more as a test to see just how effective this is, and to work out any of the kinks that might appear. If there's any audio problems, if there's any graphical issues that are way beyond what's acceptable, please let me know. And I decided to talk about something that's interesting, right? Because I can't just make a video and like show you, okay, this is it. Now you guys tell me. No, I want to talk about a serious problem that a lot of men are facing, and I believe you can actually say this is a capitalist issue. When people that are communists are saying that capitalism is bringing starvation, they're wrong. Capitalism is bringing low testosterone. And this is something that I discussed at med school. It's something that a lot of nations are investing a lot of money into research, because it's causing a massive fertility crisis in the West. And people who move into the West from other nations are going to suffer from the same fertility crisis, because the factors which contribute to it aren't going to go away. So why do men in the West have low testosterone? There are a lot of reasons for this, but the most important ones have to do with the sedentary lifestyle and the diet. Now, the sedentary lifestyle is usually done because a lot of people are now office workers, or they go to universities. They go in places where they sit down. So they go to work with a car, they sit down in the car, and then they are at work, they sit down in the office, and then when they go home, they sit down at the computer. So it's a lot of sitting down, a lot more than nature designed human beings to require. And all this sitting down is affecting your fertility. The lack of sunlight is another important factor, because again, when you're at your office, when you're at home, or I guess in the car not so much, but all of this is causing you not to get enough sunlight. And the sunlight is very important to allow your body to metabolize vitamin D, which is very important when it comes to fertility and testosterone production. So taking these two factors into account, it's already bad, but it gets even worse when you add the diet. And I'm not talking about the internet chair of experts that are talking about people are eating more soy or whatever. No, I'm talking about people are eating greasy foods, a lot of fast food, things that are rich in cholesterol. And all of these things lead to an obesity epidemic. And I'm not talking about getting a couple of extra weights. I'm talking about people who are morbidly obese, as we call them in the medical terms. People who notice that because of their weight, they are having difficulties performing day-to-day routines. So again, I want to make it absolutely clear. I'm not talking about someone that's a little bit chubby. I'm talking about someone who feels as if they cannot go on after climbing a small flight of stairs. So all of these factors put together are, and many other factors that I haven't gotten into here, are causing a massive drop in testosterone in men. So why is this important? Why is the loss of testosterone a bad thing? Well, I worked at the hospital, and when I was doing my rounds at the endocrinology lab, which is part of the medical training, you do it in med school, I had the I had the opportunity to meet some of the patients that are suffering from low testosterone. And it's something that I can't say it's like the worst disease in the world, but it's definitely bad enough that it's life-changing. So people who are suffering from low levels of testosterone, they have mild depression. And when I say depression, it's not like you see on Twitter or in the cartoons that someone has the gloomies. It's pretty much someone that doesn't have happiness in life. Like they just don't understand what's the point in getting up. They're always bored. They're rarely happy. They cannot find joy in things that they used to find joy in. They have a lower attraction towards the opposite sex. So they can say that they used to be very attracted into women and it was enough to see a boobie to get the levels rising, and now it's like, meh, it's not something that's worth pursuing for them. But more importantly, it's a complete lack of energy. They feel tired all the time. They don't really feel like getting out of the house. And in some severe cases, they don't even have the energy to do daily routines. I'm talking about bathing and taking a shower. So the worst part of it, besides all of this, is in many cases these people are unable to have children. They become infertile. And you might say that that's not a big deal when you're a young adult and you have your life ahead of you, but as you're getting older and you realize that other family members are starting to pass away and you realize that you're going to get old as well, you understand the importance of having someone that will take care of you when you're old, someone other than the government. And these patients, understanding this, are becoming even more depressed because they realize that their family line might end with them and they're not going to have anyone to give them warmth and comfort when they're going to be old and on their deathbed. So how do you fix this? Like how do you find solutions? Like what can you as an individual do in order to avoid reaching this depressing condition? Well, there's a short route and then there is a more difficult but a lot healthier route. The short route is to just go to an endocrinologist, to a doctor, and they're going to run tests on you. They're going to assess if you are actually suffering from low testosterone or not. And if you are suffering from low testosterone, then they might recommend that you take some treatment. Now, usually this comes in the form of some tubes. It's almost like a paste that you rub on your body every morning. And it's very important that you don't hug your girlfriend because you might give her a beard. But the problem with this is that if you take testosterone from outside your body, even if recommended by a doctor, it has negative side effects. One of the side effects is that the human body is quite lazy. If you're providing it with medication from the outside, it stops producing the hormone itself. So you're going to eventually be 100% reliant on taking this all the time. But the bigger problem is that you are going to risk getting prostate cancer. The chance increases. And on top of that, if you had like some chance of being fertile before, now you're going to be completely infertile. So I highly discourage people that are suffering from this condition to actually attempt to take the easy route and just have some medication, because it's really easy, but at the same time, I don't think it's worth it. I think the best thing you can do, and this is what I recommended to patients as well, is to change your lifestyle. So if you have a sedentary lifestyle, then just start working out. You don't have to go to the gym and bench press and be on /fit. No, you just have to go out and walk at least 30 minutes, 40 minutes a day, or try going bicycling. Basically, don't allow a single day to go by where you aren't doing some sort of physical exercise. Changing your diet is very important. The best thing you can do is to find a person that's a dietitian and they can personalize based on your preference a diet for you. And this is very important because I think the most difficult thing in keeping a diet is having the willpower to go on. And if you get certain foods that you don't like to eat, you get certain things that are meh, you might not have the willpower to keep going. But if the diet is personalized and it gives you the type of things that you actually enjoy eating, then you have a much higher chance of succeeding. But overall, like, the diet is going to be revolving around avoiding greasy foods, things that are rich in oils, fast food, that type of thing. You're not going on a diet in order to look like John Rambo. You're going on a diet in order to maintain some level of health. And again, if you're a teenager, doing this faster at an early age is a lot better than if you do it at a later age. So all in all, I hope this video helped. If you're feeling that you might have any of these symptoms, what I recommend is to test your vitamin D level. If you have a place where they can actually test your T levels, that's also great. And if you notice that any of them is under what's considered normal, then do go to your doctor and try talking it out. Do try to listen to my advice that changing your lifestyle is a better opportunity, and it's going to make you feel great on top of it. Let me know what you think, and again, I'm more interested into the quality of the video, and if you want to see more of it, or if I should go back to my previous style. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys.